That's the thing about staying engaged. You and Gil never change.
That's probably because we never see each other.
If you're waiting any longer, you can be an old maid, Aunt.
Actually, when Gil finishes his term at Bellevue Hospital in August...
August? How dare you deny me the pleasure of planning your wedding?
Let me finish. I didn't say we're getting married in August. We're going to choose a date.
Oh, Anne, don't be coy. Oh, you can move back right away. And life is going to be just the way it was when we were girls.
Sarah, shouldn't we consult Gilbert?
Anne and Gilbert are getting married. And it's not going to be some shoddy affair either. And Fred will help too. Oh, please let him. It'll be a project for the three of us.
It's just one thing at a time. We need to slow down and consult Gilbert too.
No, you let me talk to Gilbert. We could start with sending him a telegram.
No. Oh, how I've missed you all summer, Gil. With perfect memories of days past.
That'll be fine.
There.
In memory of perfect summer days of old, our past, our friends.
Are you all right? Nothing broken or bent, I hope?
Only my pride. Oh, Gil, help me. I'm really blind and I'm full to boot. Oh, if I were blind, I should never forget the contours of your face.
Why didn't you let me know?
I wanted to see you face to face. I have something to ask you.
I do.
Let's go take a walk down the lane.
If Diana has her way, we'll be married by the end of the week.
Well, you've been engaged so long. Figure people around here think we got married years ago.
Yeah. What were you gonna ask me?
I have a decision to make. They may turn our plans upside down.
What?
Bellevue Hospital has asked me to remain on staff for the year.
But we agreed.
Yeah, and
that
I realize that this is a remarkable opportunity. I know you've resisted coming to New York in the past.
You're asking me to go with you?
I couldn't bear another year without you.
I want to be with you too, Gil.
Then come with me, right now, and we'll go immediately.
I couldn't be happy living anywhere else but here. This is where I want to be. So many memories locked up here. I can't leave it alone. I wish I could have done something. This place is in both our souls, Gil. I wish we could grow old together here.
Come on. We still got a few years ahead of us.
I'll go.
What?
To New York, I'll go. Just to see if I like it first. But promise me we'll come back to raise our family.
I promise.
New York is an exciting place for a writer.
All the best publishing houses in the world are there. Are you sure?
I'm only sure of one thing. That I'm scandalously in love with you.
Come on. We better tell Diane and Fred before they start sending off all the invitations. Well, this is it. Winfield Publishing. Don't be nervous. You'll be fine.
It's unbearable to have insignificance ingrained into your very soul. No, Mr. Winfield, he's likely to reject my manuscript like every other publisher I've been to this week.
This is a much smaller company. And I doubt that it brought you in for a meeting just to say no. Morning, sir.
Have
made up my mind to go to my grave unwept, unhonored, and unsung.
But not unpublished. I'd like you to meet my fiancée, Anne Shirley. This is Dr. Powell.
An honor, Miss Shirley.
I very much appreciate the opportunity here, sir.
Your book is marvelous. I've just seen old Winfield. He assures me he'll consider it. The least I can do for the fiancée of our most important young surgeon, eh? Don't settle for anything less than 10% royalty with the old tyrant.
Dr. Blythe?
Oh, he can't be disturbed. Please, take a seat in the waiting area, ma'am.
Mr. Tweed? Your wife is in stable condition, but there was a problem with the baby's cord. We did everything we could, but I'm afraid it was too late.
Too late. We waited and waited.
I'm so sorry.
You heedless.
Take this man out onto the street.
Yes. Now, come on, you call yourself doctors?
What happened, Gil?
Lost the baby.
Word with you, lad. Get used to this. If you're to spend your lives together, the woman came to us too late.
She should have been hospitalized a week ago.
Excuse us. This is part of your lot as a surgeon. There's some you can afford to save and some... This is a large institution. You're what I was 30 years ago, Gil. Think of the potential you have. The lives you should save. Huh? Now, take him home, woman. Give him a good stiff drink of whiskey.
I feel like we've been walking in circles.
You can't expect life to be normal here, Anne.
I knew that when I agreed to come. That's why I wanted you to promise me that someday we'd go home to raise our family. I don't think I can walk anymore without something to eat, Gil.
I'm sorry. How about I take you for a fine meal somewhere?
A wiener and a bun would be fine.
No, I forgot to ask you how things went for you this morning. Two, please.
Well, they offered me an important editorial position.
Dr. Powell assured me that they were interested in publishing.
There you go, sir.
Could I have two for me, please?
Yes, ma'am.
You've got to continue your own writing. Not working on someone else's material.
It's all right. I really want this job. I intend to have Winfield publish a book of mine if it's the last thing I do. I'm in trouble. I need help.
Well, it is probably the most absurd scheme you've ever attempted.
Thanks for your vote of confidence, Gilbert Blythe. This chance is once in a lifetime.
Yep. And what successful writer has ever written with a pinch hitter?
All writers have editors. I gave him my new draft. What if he doesn't like it? And now I've been invited to a reception at his family's estate. I feel like a lamb being led to the slaughter. No, don't desert me, please.
Take a deep breath. Believe in your own ability.
Mrs. Lynn did say I had the nerve of a canal horse.
I'm looking forward to meeting this garrison phenomena.
Thank you.
You know, I trot Jack out whenever I want to attract a crowd. We've raised $2,000 for my hospital overseas for war orphans. And we Americans joined the Allies at war with the same kind of enthusiasm. We put an end to the blessed mess. I understand the book that you and Jack are collaborating on concerns an orphan.
Yes.
When it's reviewed, I'd like to host a charity ball for our manoir, using the novel as the theme.
I can't imagine my book as a setting for a charity fundraiser.
You must be Dr. Blythe.
Mr. Garrison, how do you do? I've been looking forward to meeting.
The subject of such devotion. You are fortunate to hold this young woman's intense esteem and adoration. A writer is often only married to the art of language. I predict enormous happiness for you both.
Well, thank you.
And Kid, Dr. Blythe is one of the senior staff members at Bellevue.
Oh.
We have a number of guests here involved in fundraising I'm sure you'd like to meet. Miss Shirley and I have a bit of business to complicate things.
My nephew's quite taken with your fiancée.
Well, Anne isn't easily influenced when it comes to writing. I don't think he understands what he's up against.
Jack Garrison's notes seem to be pretty amusing.
You know, no one can tell you how to write.
Jack's not telling me how to write. He's commenting.
Well, you've been published before. Why didn't you him?
My first book was small and not widely read. Don't worry, he's turned out to be a pretty good coach, really.
Night. Heading back to my place.
Gil!
The politics of this organization are more than I ever bargained for.
I'm sorry. It doesn't feel right that I should be so excited then.
I want you to read it.
You're done.
We're submitting it tomorrow.
It's the best of everything you've ever written.
Yes!
Are you certain?
So much so that I have no idea why you're gonna allow him to put his name on it alongside yours.
Because I couldn't have done it without him. And you too.
Oh. Can I put my name on it too?
What if this is the only chance I ever have of getting it published?
Don't sell yourself short.
I'm not. Jack is submitting it tomorrow under both our names.
Okay. I can't stop. And just think you deserve a proper credit.
Anne.
You hypocrite. Swindler.
What?
What did you call this business? Packaged goods? You're all nothing better than a bunch of pirates!
Bad news. He's going to publish it with only your credit. Good news, you're out of your contract.
Anne! Anne, wait! I can't publish it. I won't allow that. You're making a mistake.
The only mistake I made was seeing stars in my eyes when I agreed to the charade.
Yes, it was a charade.
I wanted to work with you. I admire you. I'm in love with you.
If it never gets published, at least I've preserved some dignity.
I just don't know what to tell you.
Nothing. I have to ask myself, how could I have been so naive?
Because you're always going off so impulsively, trying to be somebody other than yourself. But I love you for all your unpredictability.
When I said that I'd get used to it here, I meant it. I won't let you down. I'll find something else.
Anne, you're never going to find another job in any publishing company in New York once this gets out.
What is so blessed funny?
Oh, come on, Anne. This is not the end of the world. I'm never going to be the renowned physician they'd like to make of me at Bellevue. I'm happy being a good doctor. That's all. Let's go home.
Really?
There's Diana. I'm just gonna grab a paper.
Diana!
$200 men just signed up today. Where were you?
Just stepped off the ferry.
You can step right back on it and defend your country if you're worth your salt.
Fred, good to see you.
I see you were accosted, too. Sign of a coward. His name was trying to incite fellas to enlist.
Where are they taking them?
The old quarantine hospital off the coast has been converted to a convalescent home for boys lucky enough to be sent back.
I should drive up, see if they need a hand.
Look, you're not going anywhere, Gilbert Blythe. You and your bride and I have business to discuss.
Best to choose your battles with these newfangled businesswomen, Gil.
Well, will you look at that? Mr. Harrison's gone and sold the place.
Please go.
Aren't you even the least bit curious?
No. And it is cruel of you to go on and on about it. What are you smiling at?
You silly goose.
Why?
Gilbert's gone and bought the place for you.
With a little help from Fred's thing.
That is the most loving and generous thing that anyone has ever done for me.
It makes up for every unfulfilled dream I ever contemplated.
Just let me go in alone. Just for a moment.
I think you may be a kindred spirit after all.
I'll try and do anything and be anything you want. If you'll only keep me, Miss Cuthbert. If I were very beautiful and had nut brown hair, would you keep me?
You might be of some good to her.
Always be your Anne. Anne of Green Gables. I can drive back and forth until the weather gets bad, and then I'll board and come home on the weekends.
I won't let you sacrifice your education for me. You blessed girl.
Everything all right? I'm home now. This is my house. We'll be back for you in a couple of hours.
Diana said I could stay with them until the wedding.
That way you can live here, you won't have to board in town.
Oh, I get to do all the work, I see.
I didn't mean it like that. We did the right thing, didn't we?
Sure we did.
What is it?
I was just thinking about Dr. Powell. My leaving was an awful setback to him. We did the right thing.
Oh, I can't always take the most obvious road in life.
Our gains have been substantial, ladies and gentlemen. For every 100 men who stood beside our king at Flanders, over 200 enemy have fallen. And if this trend continues, victory must
Moody.
be ours.
Good to see you. Josie.
We heard you were setting up an office at Green Gables.
But so far, no one showed up for as much as a toothache.
Well, there are more crucial events abroad that need safekeeping more than Green Gables.
I know that, Josie.
Goody, Josie, how lovely. Wasn't it sad how few people our age have stayed in Avonlea?
Yes, everybody's left. Look at here. Comedy here has become such a big, booming city now. But it's good to see you're staying.
Well, congratulations are in order. I hear Diana Barry's having the reception.
Yes, I hope you'll honor us with your presence.
Will you be getting married in uniform, Gil?
Gil's setting up to serve the community here. And the papers say the war's going to be over in a few weeks.
Well, I suppose it's not your fault if the American papers never report things accurately. It's nothing less than a disaster. My 3 brothers have left. I mean, even Pa's gone as a civilian.
All able-bodied men feel responsibility to protect our empire.
Able-bodied men are needed at home, too. Look at Doc Stewart running the convalescent home for casualties. Gil's volunteering there.
Doc Stewart's near retirement. No one in this town will be seen by a doctor not prepared to serve his country.
Josie, Moody. Well, I can see her tongue has grown by yards since we've been away. That was practically a threat.
She's always been jealous of you and me.
Say, the only medical help left are the Doc Stewarts. This island will need all the help it can muster.
I should pay Doc Stewart a visit. Whoa! I'm gonna see how much assistance I can be here. It won't be long.
I've got lots to keep me busy. Gil? Do you think it's as bad as they say overseas?
I'm worried a war of this size isn't gonna be over in weeks or months, Anne.
What's at the other end can't be glorious at all.
I'll do everything I can. For now.
I just dropped right off.
He spoiled it. That's all there is to it. We're going to have to change the entire design of the dress to disguise it.
Dear Mrs. Barry, I've weathered lots of bad luck in my day.
I have to stop him.
But Diana, he'll be on the ferry to the mainland by now.
What possessed you to help him?
I'm not condoning my involvement. Diana, he needed someone to see him off. He couldn't confront you for fear that you wouldn't understand his reasons. He told me to say goodbye to you and the kids. The past year in New York, this war was just a headline in the paper. Here, it's our duty.
You're getting married in a week. What's the point if you're just gonna desert your family?
Anne? Anne? You don't need to do this now. We need to talk. Anne, please. I have to do this. Help me with this. So, Anne, I've got to call for help.
Emily. Emily, Green Gables is on fire. Send the blessed fire wagon.
Anne, you can't, Anne.
No! No!
I guess Providence was looking out for the old place.
All right, Jack.
We're grateful, fellas.
We're good. We got up and roll these out. Right. You're right there. Are you gonna get up? Yeah, we're still smoking a bit over here, but I'll do it. I'll do it. All right. Here we go.
Old Jerry says that he can replace the windows, do the repairs right away. We can finish restoring when I return. Marry me now. Let me go.
Everything I ever loved, it's taken away.
By the power invested in me, I declare you officer and Mrs. Blythe.
Thank you. It's very sweet of you. Thank you.
Forgive me for what I said that day. You've done us all very proud, Gil.
Thank you. Shall we be friends now?
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen, a toast to the happy couple, who are about to sacrifice some of the happiest days of their life to defend God and the Empire.
You're here.
The happy couple.
Well, somebody's got to avert the gloom of Reverend Morgan. Let's get the bride and groom dancing.
Dana, we've waited 5 years for this. Don't rush.
Yes, and another toast to Officer Blythe and all the God-fearing men who are off to destroy the hand. Oh, sorry. Don't step on my notes. They're part of my sermon. Yeah. Oh, my. Oh, dear. I'm afraid I've broken the post. Sorry. I ruined the tent, Very sorry. What do you mean my pants are torn? Hello? Madam?